So for the next step after jump-starting the project to create the skeleton structure, Daniel is really excited about the idea to use GPT to assist him. He would like to start using GPT to help generate the CDS model and some sample data. So let's get started. Here we're in our chat playground. First, Daniel starts with a very simple user message by asking GPT to create an intelligent ticketing system with SAP CAP without any description about the solution. So let's look at the outcome here. So you can see in the user message, we'll paste in help to create an intelligent ticketing solution with SAP CAP, and please give us CDS code, and we'll run that. So we can see that GPT provides a snippet of a CAP service. But since Daniel gave a very short and simple message about creating an intelligent ticketing system with SAP CAP without any description about the solution, the GPT model just created the domain model based on its understanding about intelligent ticketing systems. This can thus give Daniel some inputs on how an intelligent ticketing system can be implemented by GPT, but it's not exactly what Daniel wants. But it's a good start and gives some inspiration. So let's continue. So next, Daniel adds the detailed description of the solution requirements from Christine and instructs GPT to generate the CDS model. So he has the detailed information from Christine. So what he'll do is just copy it. And then we'll paste it into our user message. Again, you can see generating CDS code, and we'll run that. So now what we can see is that we get a CDS implementation that captures and creates three major entities: the customer, the service agent, and the customer interaction in the CDS models from a short description of the solution requirement. However, more work needs to be done to get to a final desired model. For example, the customer interaction needs additional properties, such as maybe a category, such as for a product review or a customer feedback, a title, maybe a short title of the message history of the whole interaction, a summary, which would be then a summary of the message history of the whole interaction. And those just to name a few. So now to improve the CDS model output, Daniel continues engineering the user message with a detailed description of each of the entities in the CDS model within the same chat session. So we update the user message. Again, we'll get more information, and we'll copy this information. You can see it's an update to the CDS model. So we'll copy, we'll go back, and we'll paste that into our user message. Again, generating our CDS code, and then we'll run this. So you can see that we're adding entities such as the customer interaction, inbound customer message, outbound service, and setting properties for these entities. And you can see that by scrolling up and again seeing the code that was created. So again, you can see our entities and the properties sent for them, such as outbound message, customer interactions, and then defining the overall service. So our last step is to create sample data based on the earlier format generated by GPT in our previous steps for our intelligent ticketing system. And we have chosen to get that sample data in a CSV format. So let's go back, and we will just copy this script, and we'll paste that here. So we're going to generate sample data, and we're asking for a CSV format. So let's go ahead and run that. So you can now see it's generating sample data in our CSV formats for just some of the entities in this case. Okay, so now that we have our final generated code as well as some sample data, we want to copy it to our Intelligent Ticketing Service CAP project. So the first thing we'll do is we'll tackle the code. So if we scroll up, again, based on our update, our CDS code, we can click on this copy code icon. We'll open up our project. You can see that we have a couple things already created as part of our project. So we are in our customer interaction, and we just copied that code. So we'll click on line 1, right click, and choose paste. So now that you can see, we have our code for our CDS that we had just started. The next step that we would want to do is, there's a lot of sample data. We're going to just create one file. So we'll jump back over to our sample data in this case, and we'll take the name of this file, which is customer.csv. So under data again, we'll say new file. We'll call it customer.csv. We'll hit enter. And then what we want to do is, in the case of this one, we just want to copy that sample data, jump back over. We're in that particular file, and we'll paste that information in there. So now you have seen how GPT can help us generate our custom domain model as well as our sample data. The more detailed information we can provide to GPT, of course, the better our output will be. And also, as noted earlier in our presentation and as part of the chat session to create our code, any AI generated content may produce incorrect output. Therefore, as a developer, it's always up to Daniel to double check the AI outputted code. Thank you.